Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. Out at the range today with heavy metal, I've got my FK BRNO PSD pistol, and I'm going to be going on a ram hunt next week. I'm going to be taking this PSD with me ram hunting, and I'm going to be using the 7.5 FK ammo. So today, I'm going to be doing a little bit of practice with this pistol, getting prepared and ready for that hunt, making sure I know where the holds are at different distances, so on and so forth. So when we get out in the field hunting, there's no guessing. We see that monster ram and we put a bullet in him and drop him right where he stands. But I'm going to take some shots with the 9mm barrel in here, and then I'm going to take some shots with the 7.5 FK. See, I got the two mags out here already loaded up. If you're not familiar, all you got to do is swap the barrel and spring out. For 9mm, it actually uses different mags, but I got the 9mm mags out here. Like I said, I've already got the 9mm spring and barrel in it. I'm going to take some practice with the 9mm loaded in it at 50 yards, 60 yards, and then 80 yards. And then I'm going to do the same with the 7.5. I've shot this pistol quite a bit. I'm pretty confident in it, but we're practicing here today for hunting. We want to be dead on sure we know what we're doing. We know where the bullet's going to hit when we squeeze that trigger off. But awesome pistol in the FK BRNO PSD. We're going to get ready for hunting next week. Check it out. It should be pretty cool. We're going to start out at 50 yards here. And if you're not real familiar, there's a couple different sight configurations you can put on these, and you can see it also has a cutout for an optic. But for hunting, I like these sights the best. The smaller sights, you see there's the rear, and then there's the front, has that small little red dot. I think these smaller sights let me be a little bit more precise when I'm squeezing that trigger. Let me show you the trigger on here. I don't have a trigger gauge out here with me, but definitely have a good trigger on them. But gonna practice here on the range. Let me show you the steel here. Out here on the range, I'm gonna be shooting this red stop sign at 50 yards. Then I'm gonna go up the hill a little bit and shoot that orange round one. That's gonna be at 60 yards. And then on up the hill, if I can find it, is that pink one. That's going to be at 80 yards. So definitely going to have a chance at all those distances to take a shot on this ram. Let me go grab the PSD, set up the cameras, and practice with some 9mm first, really focusing on trigger pull and where the bullet's hitting against where our point of aim is. Alright, so right now I'm at 50 yards from a red piece of AR 500 up there. I've got that 9mm loaded in there. This is, I think I got it in my pocket. This is some, what is this? Norma 115 grain. After we shoot this, I'll load up that 7.5 FK hunting rounds, and we'll do the same. I'm gonna take 5 shots at the 50 yards, go up to 60 yards, then go up to 80 yards with the 9mm. See what I can do here. Offhand, just like we're going to be hunting here. Focus on that trigger pull. Get you guys over here. Really focus on that trigger squeeze. Well, about dead center there. 50 yards, that's not bad. See what kind of group we get. I'll take 5 shots. That one I rushed a little bit. I can see I hit it high. I'm hitting a little bit left too. Alright, so that last one I held a little bit right. Now we're going to move the camera up to actually a smaller piece of steel up at 60 yards. Let's see where I'm hitting with the 9mm at 60 yards. me move this a little behind me. You can see more of what I'm doing here. How's that look? All right, now 60 yards. And I missed it. We might have to hunt within 50 yards. Missed it again. I get my hold right. It's only 10 more yards from the last shots. There we got it. Just about dead center too. I'm gonna shoot one more at 60 yards. We might not hunt at 60 yards, huh? Well, really got to focus on my trigger pull. All 5 of those I held the same spot, but 2 looks like from here I hit about the same spot at 60 yards, but hard to say from this far with my own eyeballs. Now I'm gonna go up to a pink target at 80 yards and I'm gonna shoot 5 at it. See what I can do here. 80 yards with the 9mm. Where'd that one hit? Hit the right?
No,
left. It hit left?
From what I see.
It looks like I hit the bottom right of it.
Oh, shoot again.
Well, I can't tell where I hit. Let's shoot it again. That's 80 yards away from my eyeballs here. Can't see it. Might have missed. I'm hitting low there. I think I'm holding too low. I hit high?
High left.
I hit high left?
Yes.
Alright, well let's change the hold up a little bit here. Okay, I see where I hit there, about middle, a little bit to the left, I think. I missed left, I think. So, we did okay at 50 yards. 60 yards, I hit 1 or 2, and 80 yards, I think I only hit 1. So, definitely gonna need some more practice, but let's swap out the barrel for the 7.5 FK, take those same shots, 5 at each distance, see what we can do with it. Probably gonna need a whole lot more practice before we go on this hunting trip next week, huh? All right, now I'm gonna do the same. 50 yards, 60 yards, and 80 yards with the 7.5 FK barrel in there. See the 7.5 FK barrel. And make sure we got the holds on here. So far, we're not going to do any hunting past 50 yards based off of that 9mm test, but you guys saw that thing ran the 9mm good. Let's get some hits with the 7.5 FK at those distances, starting with that red stop sign down there at 50 yards. Definitely can tell the difference between 7.5 and 9mm. There's a whole lot more boogie on the 7.5 here. I'm going crazy with my camera angle. I want you guys to see what I'm doing here. Maybe like that. All right, 50 yards. Missed. I totally rushed that one and did not focus on my trigger. But we're gonna leave it in there and not edit it out. All right, let's try this again. 50 yards. Maybe I hunt with the 9mm. That wouldn't be any fun, though, would it? There was a solid hit. There we go. Dead ringer with that one. So, you can definitely tell even on the steel the marks that it's making. That sucker hits hard. Let's go 10 yards further back to a piece of steel that's about half the size as the first one, 60 yards, about a little bit smaller than a basketball, probably 60 yards, soccer ball size. I'll shoot 5 on it here. Got him. And we're hitting that sucker hard there at 60 yards. That makes no sense, but I'm hitting better with the 7.5 than I am the 9mm. But let's put 2 more on that one, then stretch it up to 80 yards. 2 more on the 60 here. I rushed that last one, tried to squeeze it off too fast, but at 60 yards I got 4 on target, I think at a pretty decent group. Ram-sized group maybe. But let's stretch it out and take 5 shots at 80 yards up at that pink piece of steel at 80. See what we can do with this. See, I'm gonna take my first shot holding at the bottom of the target, see where I hit, and then we might have to change it up a little bit from there. But here's 80 yards holding at the bottom. Got him. Did that one hit in the left shoulder?
I think so.
Alright, I think it hit the left shoulder. Let me adjust just a tad bit here. That hit him right in the neck, I think. It's hard to see this far away. Alright, so I'm a better shot with the harder ricocheting 7.5 powerful rounds than I am with the 9mm, but maybe it's just because I was taking a little bit more time with my shots and my trigger squeeze there. But man, that 7.5 FK is a beast of a round, and this FK BRNO PSD is absolutely no joke. Hey, so I'm in here filming this video, and I realized that I could have explained bullet trajectory a little bit better. That would have made a whole lot of sense to explain to you while I was at the range practicing, telling you exactly what I was doing and where I was holding for different distances. But I'm going to do my best to explain that to you and draw a little picture on a piece of paper right here. Some of you will say, yeah, I know that. Some of you will not believe me, but I'm telling you, more often than not, people that I talk to, people do not understand bullet trajectory. You sight your rifle in at whatever yards, and then you just put the crosshairs on your deer, and that's what you do. But there are some of you obviously know what I'm talking about, but if you're hunting especially, you have to 100% understand the bullet trajectory, whether you need to hold high, whether you need to hold low, whether you can hold dead on. But especially if you're hunting, you know, what are the chances that your deer pops up at the exact same distance that you were hunting at? Probably not very often, but let me show you specifically with this pistol and the 7.5 FK what that bullet trajectory looks like and what my holds are on this pistol. Alright, so there's the PSD. Let me show you the sights again. So I prefer these sights, especially for precision and hunting. The smaller 3-dot sights there, red on the front and the 2 white in the back. Feel like I just get better precision on exactly where I want to put that bullet with those sights on there. But here's the F9 rounds we're going to be hunting with here. And let me show you the box here. These are on the box. It says 1900 feet per second, 850 foot-pounds of energy. That is ridiculous. That's why we're taking this bullet right here with us. And this is the, like I said, F9 flat nose bullet. So that's what we're going to be loading when we go after this ram next week. But like I said, bullet trajectory. I'm going to try to explain this simply. So I'm going to try to draw this the best that I can here. So this straight line right here, this is your sight picture. So when your rear sights and your front sights, when you're lining them up, are on this plane right here with your sight picture. Now from the factory, the PSD pistol is calibrated for your sight picture to be dead on at 25 meters and 100 meters. But the bullet is not driving a straight line between 25 meters and 100 meters. So right here, let me go ahead and make the bullet trajectory arc here. So like I said, sights are dead on at 25 and at 100 meters. So if you're at 25 meters, squeeze the trigger with the sights lined up, you're going to hit dead on. Same thing with 100 meters. But right here down the center, what's halfway between 25 and 100? 62 and a half. At that distance, dead center of there, in order to hit at 60 yards, I was having to hold 10 inches low. So 25 meters dead on, 100 meters dead on, right in between there. In order to hit my target, I'm having to hold 10 inches, almost a foot low at 60 yards. So that steel that I was hitting there at 60 yards, with the 7.5, we had a pretty good group at 60 yards. I was holding that far low of where I wanted the point of impact to hit. So same thing applies for your deer rifle. You know, you sight your hunting rifle in at 100 yards, it's going to be dead on at 100 yards and 250 or 100 and 300. This 7.5 FK dead on at 25 and 100, you know, at different distances, you're going to have to hold differently. So there would be like 30 yards, 40 yards, 50 yards, 60, then 70, 80, and 90. Like I said, when you're hunting, you absolutely have to know your bullet trajectory. So for this PSD, around 60 yards, the hold off is about 10 inches low. It feels completely natural or unnatural, but at 60 yards, when I'm aiming, I have to get my sight picture 10 inches below of where I want it to hit. It feels unnatural, but hey, we proved it in the video today. But I just wanted to put this on paper and make it 100% clear what the bullet trajectory is here. I didn't even write that on there. I'll write it in case somebody wants to screenshot it. Well, there you have it. This is what we're working with here on this ram hunt. 25 yards, it's a dead on hold. Out to distance 60 yards, the hold is about 10 inches low. But you can see as it's closer and as it gets further away, the bullet trajectory is closer to your dead on hold. But regardless of what you're hunting with, this is something that you absolutely need to understand if you're going out in the hunting woods. But stay tuned for a ram hunt with this pistol. We're going to get a little bit more practice in today. Make sure we're dead on with our holds. But as always, appreciate you watching. Stay tuned for that ram hunt coming up real soon. We're going to have a blast. We'll see y'all on the next one. Appreciate y'all. Hooty-hoo!